Andre Poisson was caught in a deep mental battle. On one hand, he had the deal of a lifetime, owning the iron of the world's most famous tower. On the other hand, he was dealing with a government official who was acting strangely. Victor Lustig had asked for a bribe on purpose. It was a masterstroke of psychology. Lustig knew that in the corrupt world of 1920s politics, a real official was someone who took money under the table. If Victor had been too clean, Poisson would have been suspicious. Poisson thought to himself, if this man is asking for a bribe, the deal must be authentic. That's how the system works in Paris. He cast his final doubts aside. With a shaking hand, he reached for his checkbook. He handed Victor a check for the full value of the Eiffel Tower's scrap metal, plus a massive envelope filled with thousands of francs in cash as a private bribe. Victor took the money with a cold, professional face and told Poisson, "The tower is yours, monsieur. We will meet at the site when the workers arrive." But that meeting was a ghost. The moment the door closed and Poisson left the room, Victor's official mask shattered into a million pieces. He didn't wait a single second. He stuffed the cash into his pockets, grabbed his suitcase, and rushed through the back exit of the Hotel de Crillon. He headed straight to the Paris train station, boarding the first locomotive heading to Vienna, Austria. While the train sped through the night, Victor was terrified. Every time a conductor walked by, he thought the handcuffs were coming. Once he reached his luxury hotel in Vienna, he went into hiding. Every single morning, he ordered every French newspaper available. He was waiting for the explosive headline, "Master Con Artist Sells Eiffel Tower, National Hunt for Victor Lustig." But one day passed, then two, then an entire week, and there was not a single word. No police report, no news, no scandal. Paris was silent. Victor was stunned. Why hadn't Poisson reported the crime? This was Victor's greatest discovery about human nature. Andre Poisson, upon realizing he had been scammed for a fortune, was overwhelmed by a force stronger than greed: shame. Poisson wanted to be a respected tycoon in the Paris business elite. If he went to the police and told them he bought the Eiffel Tower from a stranger in a hotel, the whole world would laugh him out of existence. He would be the national joke of France. Poisson chose his reputation over justice. He swallowed his massive financial loss and stayed silent, pretending the meeting never happened. Watching from Vienna, Victor started to laugh. He realized he hadn't just sold the tower, he had successfully bought his victim's silence. He was now a wealthy man, but his ego was even bigger. He decided to do something so bold, so dangerous, that even his fellow criminals thought he was insane. Victor thought if Poisson didn't speak up, maybe the next victim wouldn't either. Most criminals would take the money and hide forever, but not Lustig. 1 month later, he packed his suitcase and headed back to the very city where he was most wanted. He headed back to Paris. His plan? To sell the Eiffel Tower for a second time. Did Victor actually manage to scam another dealer with the same trick? And how did he later manage to con the most dangerous gangster in American history, Al Capone? The legend of the Count was just beginning. Stay tuned for part 3.